She buried her husband and her sister in the same funeral. They died together in a car accident. But when the truth about their relationship comes to light, everything she believed about her family turns into a lie. This is regretting you, and trust me, the betrayal is just the beginning. Welcome back to Scene Summary. Today I'm going to show you a romantic drama based on a Colleen Hoover novel that's sparking massive debates online. Critics are divided, audiences are emotional, and everyone's arguing about what the ending really means. Spoilers ahead, watch out, and take care. Morgan Grant just buried her husband Chris and her sister Jenny. They died together in a car accident because she already buried her husband Chris yesterday, already held her 17-year-old daughter Clara through the funeral, already accepted condolences for the tragic accident that killed both her husband and her younger sister Jenny. What she's about to discover will change everything she thought she knew about her life. But to understand how she got here, we need to go back 3 days. 3 days earlier, it's Morgan's birthday. Her sister Jenny and Jenny's boyfriend Jonah come over for dinner with their baby, Elijah. There's wine, laughter, celebration. Then Jenny drops a bombshell. She and Jonah are getting married. Morgan's surprised. Did he propose? Not exactly. They just decided it made sense. They have a baby together, so why not? Morgan knows something about marriages that makes sense. That's how she ended up with Chris. Got pregnant at 16, married at 17, built a perfect-looking life in a small Texas town called Dillon. Meanwhile, Clara's driving home late. She spots her classmate Miller Adams on the side of the road with a shovel. She stops to offer him a ride. Turns out, Miller's stealing the city limit sign. Well, moving inch by inch, day by day, expanding the delivery zone so Roman's Pizza will deliver to his grandfather's house. His grandfather has cancer and can't leave home much. Clara thinks it's insane, but she helps him anyway. Her heels break in the mud. He promises to buy her new ones. There's a spark between them. A moment. Then Miller's girlfriend calls. He lies, says some guy gave him a ride. Clara side-eyes him hard. She drives him home anyway. They spend time in his room, surrounded by movie posters. He hands her cash for the ruined shoes. For a few seconds, they just stare at each other. That night, around midnight, Morgan's phone rings. There's been an accident. Chris and Jenny, both dead. Morgan and Jonah meet at the hospital, both in shock. The doctor delivers the news. Neither Chris nor Jenny survive. Morgan's world stops. Why were they together? Why was Chris driving Jenny's car? Jonah starts asking questions. Were they having an affair? Morgan refuses to believe it. Not her husband, not her sister. Impossible. They decide to have one funeral for both of them. Clara hates this. During the service, Clara can't handle it. She walks out. Miller follows her. They end up driving around, and Clara asks if he has any pot. He doesn't smoke, but he knows where to get some. Morgan finds her with Miller. She's furious, grounds her forever. That night, Jonah shows up at Morgan's house. He wants answers. Where's Chris's car? Why were they together? They start piecing things together. Something doesn't add up. Morgan and Jonah start asking questions they've been avoiding. Conversations that once felt harmless suddenly feel loaded. Memories replay differently now. There's no single moment where everything clicks. The truth comes out slowly, through painful conversations neither of them wanted to have. Chris and Jenny were having an affair, not just that night, but for a long time. Morgan is devastated. I did everything for them, Morgan says through tears. Everything. Jonah is just as broken. He looks at her and says the one thing they both know is true. Days pass. Morgan's drowning in grief and rage. She's drinking wine in the middle of the day, wearing the same clothes for days, taking care of Jonah's baby because he can't look at Elijah without seeing Chris's face. Clara finds her mom falling apart. She goes to Jonah's house and drags him back to reality. He needs to take care of his kid. Meanwhile, Clara and Miller keep gravitating toward each other. He broke up with his girlfriend. They spend time at his grandfather's farm, talking about dreams and loss and grief. Miller admits something. You were never my backup plan. She was. I broke up with Shelby because every time we were together, I was thinking about you. They kiss. Back at Morgan's house, Jonah keeps coming around. They're both trapped in this grief, this betrayal, this impossible situation. Jonah admits he's had feelings for Morgan for a long time. My biggest regret is not telling you before Chris did. Morgan's quiet. It doesn't matter anymore. I have Clara. That's all that matters. But the truth is, grief has a way of rewriting everything you thought you knew about yourself. One day, Morgan texts Jonah to come over. When he arrives, she kisses him, finally giving in to feelings she's buried for 17 years. Right then, Clara walks in. She sees them kissing and loses it. "You're disgusting!" she screams, locking herself in her room. Morgan begs her to open the door. Clara won't. Instead, she texts Miller to come over. Clara's hurting and angry. She makes choices she'll regret. They start, but Clara breaks down crying. Miller realizes what's happening. He tries to leave. She begs him to stay. He does, until she falls asleep. The next morning, Morgan finds them in bed together. She kicks Miller out through the door, not the window. It's Clara's 17th birthday. The dinner is awkward and tense. Miller's there, Jonah's there, everyone's uncomfortable. Miller gets frustrated and leaves. Clara follows him, and they fight. He's tired of being caught in the middle of her family drama. His grandfather's chemo starts next week. He has real problems. That night, Clara gets drunk at her father's grave. Morgan finds her there, sobbing. "I caused the accident," Clara cries. "I was texting Aunt Jenny when it happened." Morgan holds her daughter close. The next morning, Morgan sits Clara down, tells her the truth she's been hiding. "Your father was driving, not Jenny and Clara. They were having an affair for a long time." Clara's world shatters. Everything she believed about her father, about Jenny, about her family, it was all a lie. "What about you and Jonah?" Clara asks. Morgan swears it was their first kiss. She would never have done that to Chris or Jenny while they were alive. "But they did it to you," Clara says quietly. Morgan nods. "Yes. We deserve to be happy." Clara looks at her mother. "Then be happy, Mom. You deserve it." Days later, Miller brings everyone together. He's made a video for Clara. A promposal. It's this sweet thing he filmed for her. "What do you say, Clara Grant? Will you go to prom with me?" "Of course I will," Clara says, laughing and crying. Everyone's watching. Morgan pulls Clara aside after. "I'm so proud of you. Follow your dreams wherever they take you. I don't want my fears holding you back." Clara hugs her tight. "I'm only who I am because of you." "I'm proud of you too, Mom." Life moves forward. Morgan and Jonah are together now. Not because it's simple or clean, but because grief rewired everything they thought they knew. Some people will say they were wrong to find each other this way. Maybe they're right. But Morgan stopped living for other people's approval a long time ago. It's not the life she planned, not the perfect life she thought she had, but it's real, it's honest. And for the first time in years, Morgan isn't living a lie. She and Clara are healing, together, moving forward, leaving the betrayal behind while holding on to the love that matters. Life goes on, and sometimes that's enough. Would you forgive someone who betrayed you if they died before you could confront them? Subscribe to Scene Summary for more emotional stories that'll hit you right in the heart. Hit that notification bell and drop a like if this one made you feel something.